The decontamination mist evaporated off their armor in pale curls, leaving a faint metallic scent in the Aegis Dawn's airlock. Captain Ward stood motionless while the scanners swept over him, soft pulses of blue light tracing the contours of his suit. All green, all clear, all lies. He could still feel that station on his skin, the slow pulse of it, like being inside a giant lung that hadn't yet decided whether to breathe them in or choke them out. Across from him, Mason flexed his right hand. The gauntlet was off, revealing skin gone strangely smooth. The metallic sheen had faded, but the skin was too perfect, too uniform, as if something had replaced the normal imperfections of flesh. Ward stepped toward him. "How's the hand?" Mason forced a grin. "Still mine, sir." Ward didn't appreciate the joke. "Report symptoms, all of them. Just tingling, like it's asleep." Dr. Soraya moved closer and scanned Mason's wrist. Her brow furrowed. "There's no inflammation, no cellular degradation. Whatever touched you..." She swallowed. "It changed you without damaging you." "Fantastic," Mason muttered. Ward turned away before anyone could see the calculation in his eyes. If Mason was compromised, he would have to make a call. A call he'd made before. Not again, he thought. Not this time. They regrouped on the command deck. The lights were dim, cast in blue tones across the instruments. Vega sat at the main engineering console, fingers moving through holographic menus. Soraya took her place at the analysis station. Mason stood by the weapons terminal, a little farther from the others than usual. Hades flickered on the central hollow pillar, a shifting sphere of white light. "Captain Ward, I have buffered all incoming data. Internal station map incomplete. The structure is actively rejecting external scans." "That thing knew we were there," Vega said quietly. "It opened for us. It talked to us. Whatever that face was. It recognized something. It recognized fear," Soraya said, "and memory. That voice, Captain, that wasn't random. It was a stored consciousness." "Like an AI?" Mason asked. Soraya hesitated. "No, more like an echo of a living mind imprinted into the machine substrate. Think neural impressions carried on a technological lattice." Ward watched the dark shape of the derelict drift across the view screen. It looked inert now, a corpse, but he no longer believed that. "Dr. Soraya," Ward said, "review what it said." She replayed the audio. "You came back. We remember you. We remember the virus. Are you still flesh?" The room felt colder. "It thought we were Vireans?" Vega asked. "Or whatever the Vireans became," Soraya said. "Their civilization didn't vanish. This structure is the evidence. This is their final evolution, or their last scream." Mason exhaled sharply. "And we just stepped right into it." Ward's gaze sharpened. "We need to know what woke when we entered. Hades, can you isolate the origin of that consciousness?" "Negative. The signal emanates from multiple nodes. I cannot determine which one initiated the interaction." Soraya turned to Ward. "Captain, there's a central chamber deeper inside the station. The area with the strongest residual pulse activity. We didn't get close, but I think that's the source." Vega shook her head. "You want to go back in?" "We need answers," Soraya insisted. "That station isn't just transmitting. It's broadcasting, in all directions. If there's something inside capable of communicating, we have to understand what we triggered." Ward looked between them. His team, his responsibility. "Gear up," he said. "We go back in." No one argued. They trusted him, or they were too afraid to be alone. They re-entered the airlock. Ward's suit felt heavier now, as if it remembered what had happened on the station's surface. His heartbeat thudded in his ears as the outer doors opened. The void swallowed them again. This time, the approach felt wrong. Not because of the silence, but because of the absence of it. Something buzzed faintly through the comms, low and rhythmic, almost like the station was humming to itself. Ward landed first, boots contacting alien metal. The others joined him, forming a triangle around the ingress point. The seam opened again, not in response to touch but on its own. The plates rippled, curling backward like petals in slow bloom. "Captain," Vega whispered, "it's inviting us." Ward stepped in anyway. Inside, the corridors were brighter than before. Pale blue light pulsed through the walls at a steady rhythm, the 5-beat cadence of the signal. The air was warmer, damper. The walls looked softer, the veins beneath the surface glowing like bioluminescent nerves. Soraya stared in awe. It's adapting, responding to new stimuli, changing its internal morphology to accommodate us. Ward didn't want to think about what that meant. They reached the first chamber, the one with the spinal column-like structure. The face was gone, not dissolved, moved. Hades spoke in a low tone. "Captain, I advise caution. The station's EM output is rising. Unstable harmonics detected." "How unstable?" Ward asked. "Catastrophically." "Perfect. Which direction to the central node?" Ward asked. Soraya pointed to a corridor that had previously been sealed. Now it was open. "Forward," she said. "Straight into the core." The central corridor was unlike anything they'd seen. It sloped downward, walls translucent, revealing mechanical filaments twisting beneath like a living circuit board. Ward felt a faint tremor through his boots. The entire station was vibrating at a low frequency. Mason muttered, "Feels like walking through a stomach." At the end of the slope, the passage widened into a vast chamber, spherical, with no floor or ceiling. The space rotated slowly, as though gravity itself twisted inward. A platform extended into the center, floating in a column of shimmering particles. Ward stepped onto the platform. The surface responded, flattening beneath his boots. Vega whispered, "What is this place?" Soraya answered softly, "Memory." The chamber pulsed. A bloom of light erupted around them, not blinding, but encompassing. Images flickered in the air like reflections on water, alien architecture, towering spires grown from biotech, Vireans, tall and graceful, their bodies semi-translucent, laboratory chambers with organic scaffolding, the dying of their world. Then the images shifted, bodies decaying, skin hardening into metal, eyes turning to glass, screams rendered silent as nerves transformed into circuits. "It's showing us its history," Soraya whispered, voice trembling. Ward wasn't sure that was a good thing. A final image stopped the sequence. A Virean figure, frail and dying, surrounded by machinery. Tubes connected to her spine, her skull. As she collapsed, the machines enveloped her, drawing her consciousness into the alloy. The image froze there, crystalline. "Who is that?" Vega asked. Soraya's voice broke. "I think that's the mind we heard." The air rippled. The chamber darkened. The image dissolved into a single sphere of black glass, floating above the platform like a heart. The sphere pulsed. Ward felt it in his bones. "You returned," the voice said. This time clearer. Closer. Inside his head. Soraya stepped forward, unable to stop herself. "Who are you?" The sphere shuddered. "Ellerin Vec. We were Virean. We were alive. We tried to survive." The walls brightened, then flared white as a jolt of energy surged through the chamber. Hades's voice snapped through their comms. "Captain, incoming surge. Something is activating in the station's core." "Define activating," Ward said. "Self-repair sequence. Substrate ignition. The entire station is waking up." Ward's pulse kicked. "Team, move!" The platform lurched. The chamber vibrated violently. The sphere brightened to a blazing white. "We remember the virus. We remember the death. We remember you brought flesh." "Oh God," Vega whispered. "It thinks we're infected." The chamber convulsed. Filaments extended from the walls like tendrils, reaching toward them. The platform split apart. Gravity inverted. Ward grabbed Vega as she slipped, hauling her back with a grunt. "Mason! Soraya! Back to the corridor!" he shouted. But the tendrils were faster. One wrapped around Mason's leg, pulling him off balance. Another lashed toward Soraya. Ward fired. His rifle's kinetic round whammed into the tendril, piercing it, and the tendril bled light, recoiling with an almost organic cry. Soraya stumbled back, breath shaking. The sphere flickered again. "We warned them. We warned ourselves. All flesh carries the virus. All flesh must be purified." The entire chamber surged upward, light becoming a vortex around the sphere as the station awakened cell by mechanical cell. Ward's voice cut through the chaos. "Nova team, fall back, now!" They ran. Behind them, the sphere split open, revealing a fractal core glowing with infinite reflections. The first true machine scream erupted from the walls, vibrating the very metal. The echelon had awakened. Fully. And Earth had just been noticed.